Hey y'all, I'm on the front porch today enjoying a little bit of coolness before we get back up into the 80s here in Wylie, Texas. My zone is 8A. But today I'm super excited to talk to you guys about the Dahlia order that I placed from Swan Island. So this will be my first time ordering from Swan Island. A couple of Facebook groups I belong to, people just rave about them and talk about what a great company they are. They've been in business for over 90 years. They're located in Oregon, and obviously they produce Dahlia tubers. And they have an incredible variety of dahlias. Thought the prices were pretty okay. I mean, I didn't think that they were like crazy cheap. I didn't think they were crazy expensive. They just seemed like, right about the right price. I ended up getting free shipping. Felt really good about all of it, but I want to talk to you about the varieties that I got, show you some pictures, and tell you how much each of them costs. And I just want to show you this haul of dahlias that I got. I'm super excited to get them started for next spring. Now, all these dahlias will be shipped to me in the spring. They're not coming right now. Now is too early. If you're getting dahlias right now, you really have to go about a whole storage process, that type of thing. In my area, some people leave their dahlias in, some people don't. I'm thinking about leaving some in and digging some out. So kind of a combination, see which does best. Sometimes if you leave dahlia tubers in the ground, they can rot very easily if they get too much water, that type of thing. So a lot of people dig them up and store them. But let's go ahead and go through the varieties that I ordered and talk about why I ordered them. Okay, when I'm ordering from a new company, one of the first things I do is I look to see if they have any collections or if they have some specific dahlias that they highly suggest. The reason I do this is because nobody's going to know their company better than the owners. So if they have a group of seeds, plants, dahlias, whatever that they say are their best, that's what I want to start with. I want to order those. So Heather is one of the owners of Swan Island, and she has her own collection of 5 dahlias. So let me talk through these dahlias with you. Okay, so the first one is called Bluetiful, not beautiful, Bluetiful, but it is kind of like a purpley blue tone, kind of a periwinkle tone. It makes a 6-inch dahlia head. I like that size. I'm actually not a huge fan of the massive dinner plate size dahlias because I like to use my dahlias for floral arranging, and when you have something that's massive, it's really hard to kind of work with in floral arranging. So that's why I'm not a fan of those. This is a very good cut flower. That's what they say on this. It grows in a more compact type of shrub or bush or plant size, which is fabulous. And it says that this one is a family favorite. So the Gitts, Gitts, is the family that owns this particular company, and this one is a family favorite of theirs. So that's definitely what I want to say. So Heather has this whole collection. It's got these 5 in here. Bluetiful is the first one. Let's talk about the next one. Okay, so the next one is Cutie Patootie, and it is a pink kind of with a little bit of purple tone to it. It's a 3-inch flower, so much smaller variety than the Bluetiful that we were just talking about, but it does grow approximately 5 feet tall. It is a high producer, lots and lots and lots of blooms, so that is absolutely something I'm looking for. I don't like to get a dahlia where I only get 2 or 3 blooms the entire season. I want to see a lot of production. Okay, this next one's called Diva. It is a deep, dark purple, almost kind of like a ball pomander type of dahlia, like nice, tight little petals. It is approximately 6 inches wide, so it's a big, large dahlia, which is fabulous, and it is a high producer, and they say that it produces very long stems, so it's perfect for arranging. Okay, so the next bloom is called Fabulous. It is kind of a fuchsia pink type of bloom. It's about 4.5 inches wide, so kind of a good mid-sized bloom, which sounds beautiful. But it also has, it says it has a tiny touch of white deep in the petals. So dark pink on the edges and then white on the very inside, touch in the petals, on the very inside of the petals. We'll have to see what that looks like. It makes for an excellent cut flower as well. Okay, I have to read you the description on this one because it's really interesting. This particular bloom is called Hula, but listen to this description that they give you. Dreaming of tropical vacations, these 3.5-inch bright fuchsia blooms remind us of the jewel tones in the island sunsets. The blooms glow with fuchsia colors skirting around the dark edges that turn yellow with age, almost looking fake. The plant is a shorter variety at 3 feet. I mean, you read that description, I'm like, yeah, I need to see what that looks like. Pinks and yellows. I love pinks and yellows. This will be a really great one to look. So all 5 of those Dahlia varieties came in this collection called Heather's Must-Haves, okay? Sorry, remember, I live in a neighborhood, there's cars going by, the whole shebang. So these come in a, yes, a set called Heather's Must-Haves, okay? So 5 different blooms. So that whole set right there, 5 different tubers, was $47.95. So a touch pricey, but then also I feel like I'm buying from a reputable company, and then also I'm getting a collection of like the best ones they think. So that's kind of exciting for me too. So I'll be really excited to show you how these kind of turn out. Okay, so I bought one other collection. It's called the Fabulous 5. So it's 5 different tubers all together in one collection. The first one is called Citron du Cap. Citron du Cap. So it's a 7-inch bloom, and it says it has a most delicate yellow with a dusting of rose blush over the petal tips. I mean, that sounds gorgeous too. I think I have a love for a combination of yellow and pink. I kind of picked several blooms that look like that. This one kind of has like spiky looking, almost cactus-like petals as well, which is kind of cool. This is supposed to be pretty good for arrangement, so for cutting. And then it says it's heavily lacinated petals give the flower an extremely lacy appearance, which I think sounds amazing. This one's about 4 inches in height, 4 feet in height for the entire plant. Okay, so the next one is called Gabby's Wish. Gabby's Wish. It is a 5-inch balloon that kind of has like a coral pink color and then fades to a yellow. Once again, showing you guys my love of pink to yellow blooms. Totally love those. This one is about 5.5 inches tall, excellent for cutting as well. And I kind of like that it has a little bit more of a coral tone because that'll go with some of the orange blooms that I grow in my garden at that time of year. Okay, the next one in this group is called My Forever. When I read the description on this, once again, it has a bright gold, orange color fading to yellow. They call it one of their water lily blooms. So that sounds just stunning. This plant is only about 3 feet tall. It says that it's won some awards in the past, this particular variety. It's the 2019 Durwell W. Hart Award winner. And it says My Forever received this award from the American Dahlia Society for the highest scoring water lily form for new hybrids sent to the North America Trial Gardens in the summer of 2019. Sounds beautiful. I'll be excited to see this one too. Okay, this next one is called Smooches, and it's a super fun bloom. You can see by the photo, the texture in this is just fabulous. It's a bold, beautiful, bright pink, kind of a medium pink, which is kind of fun because I like to have a range of pinks to add more variety to my arrangements. This is about 4 inches in diameter bloom. The whole plant is about 4.5 feet tall. Its blooms, more on the petite side, have a little bit of white in the center as the bloom ages. Okay, and the last one in this collection is called Spoiled Rotten, which, okay, that sounds fun. So it's a 7-inch hot fuchsia and cream blossoms stand out in your yard. That sounds amazing, absolutely amazing. Plant's about 5 inches, 5 inches. Y'all, I promise by the end of the video, I'm gonna be able to say this right. 5 feet tall, and these make for excellent cut flowers as well. Now, I did choose a few more separate varieties, so I got those 2 collections, the Heather's Must-Haves and the Fabulous 5 collection, but I did choose a few more varieties. Plus, when I went to checkout, they gave me 2 free Dahlia tubers. It was a whole list that you could choose from, so I ended up getting 2 more Dahlia varieties on top of that. So I'm going to show you the ones that I selected myself, and then I'm going to show you the 2 varieties that they gave me for free. Okay, I chose a pink gingham bloom. It's a 5-inch bloom with white tips and a very rare color combination in the Dahlia world. So it's the pink with the bright pink with a touch of white at the end and a little bit of yellow towards the center. It's supposed to have really strong stems, and the plant is only 4.5 feet tall. Okay, next is called Razzmatazz. Now these are very tiny blooms, so like 2.5 inches. Now some of y'all might be like, why did you get such a small bloom? I like to have variety of sizes of blooms in my arrangement. If everything is the same size, if everything's large, the arrangement gets really bulky. So we want to have some difference in textures and sizes and such. So I thought this would kind of fit the bill. Kind of has a really dark pink fading to kind of a creamy yellow. Once again, showing you guys, I love the pink to yellow blooms, one of my favorites. The whole plant is only about 3.5 feet tall, which I also like. I didn't want to get a ton ton of giant dahlias. As a reminder, I garden at my home. I garden in my front yard and my backyard, and it's not a large space. It's a small space, y'all. So I don't have a place for massive, giant dahlia plants. I have for a few, but a lot of them I need to be smaller varieties that fit within my yard and still allow my kids to go outside and play and have a good time. The next one I selected was also a smaller bloom. It's called Zippity Doodah. And first of all, as soon as I saw Zippity Doodah, you just have to sing Zippity Doodah. I mean, that's just in my blood from growing up. But the blooms are only about 2 inches wide. They're a soft lavender pink blend. They're great for cut flower. And once again, it's a smaller plant at 3.5 feet. Okay, and the last of the blooms that I chose to purchase is called Ova Joe. It is a yellow to white tip bloom. It's about 4 inches wide. It said it's also a difficult combination to find of the colors. The variety is a strong stem. Strong stems are really important to me. Like we said earlier, I really want to have like something that's going to hold up in nature if I have wind coming through, but also is going to hold up in a fabulous arrangement. The plant is only about 4.5 feet tall. Okay, so now going on to the 2 varieties that they gave me for free. Okay, the first one was actually already on my list. It just didn't make the cut. It's called Fluffles, and who wouldn't want to own a dahlia named Fluffles? So this one is a 5-inch lavender bloom with a white in the center, about a 4.5-foot plant. Once again, a beautiful cut flower. You can see I worked a lot in pinks and yellows and then just a pop of the bolder pink, trying to think of arrangements I'm going to be creating, but getting this one for free was pretty exciting. It looks like it sells for about $7 for 1 tuber on their site, so I'll take a free tuber anytime. And then since I was getting the tubers for free, I tried to force myself to go to a completely different direction. So I ended up selecting this bloom called Black Satin, which is really, really dark, deep black red color, kind of bold, lush, beautiful. It's a 4-inch bloom. The plants are approximately 5 feet tall. Once again, excellent for cut flowers and arrangements, but I thought, since I'm getting it for free, why don't I push myself to go for a little bit of a different color than I would typically do. This tuber actually sells for $7 as well, so I ended up getting 2 at $7 each. Okay, so I do want to make sure I adjust pricing, and I did put pricing along the way so you guys could see how much everything was, okay? But I got the 5 Fabulous Collection, the Heather's Must-Haves, which also had 5, Pink Gingham, Razzmatazz, Zippity Doodah, Ova Joe, and Fluffles for free, and Black Satin for free. So it's 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 tubers, okay? My subtotal was $116.70. They gave me a 10% discount because I placed an early order, so if you haven't done that, make sure you do that now. So that took approximately $12 off. Shipping and handling was free, and so my grand total was $105.03 for 16 hopefully high quality dahlia tubers. This is my first time working with Swan Island, but I read so many great reviews about them, so I'm super excited to see how it is. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's dahlia haul from Swan Island. I wanted to show you what I was selecting. I wanted to show you the pricing and be super upfront, and then if it's something you're interested in ordering in for the spring, order now. Get that 10% discount, get that free shipping, and get those free tubers, those free dahlia tubers, which was very exciting and just made my day. As always, she's a mad gardener or decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.